Wir haben voriges Jahr auf der Edelmetallmesse in München die australische Produktionsfirma Miningscout kennengelernt. Der Direktor Hallam war seinerzeit so nett und hat uns eine Übersicht über die Aktivitäten des Unternehmens gegeben. Heuer haben wir den Gegenbesuch angetreten, sind in Australien, derzeit im Büro von Miningscout und haben wieder Hallam vor der Kamera, der uns ein Update darüber geben wird, was sich im letzten Jahr im Unternehmen alles getan hat. Warren, thank you for taking time, and please can you give us a little update? You remember last time in Munich a year ago, you made an introduction of the company, and so a lot of time has passed. And please, what's going on at the moment, and what has happened in the company during the last year?
Thank you. I guess since we spoke last, the tin operations, if I start there, have been performing quite well. We've produced around sort of 7,000 tonnes of tin metal this year from that operation. It's a 50-50 joint venture, as you know, with Union Tin, which is the largest tin producer in the world. So that's generating reasonable cash flow and settled down, and at the time we had extended our resource to about 18 years. We've now extended our reserve to nearly 8 years. So that mine's well and truly bedded down for the future, and we anticipate to continue to generate good cash flows in that operation. In addition to that, the tin market hasn't quite moved where we anticipated it to, and where the global commentators anticipated it to, but it's still very tight at this point in time, and we expect to see some movement in the tin market over the next 18 months at some point in time. And at this stage we're covering our operating costs, so anything that's in addition to the price at this point in time goes straight to our bottom line, which would add additional cash flow. In regards to the nickel assets, we've moved forward with there. We've now had our first part of our EPA approval, and we're moving now into the second stage, which is called a public environmental review. That documentation will be submitted in the next sort of 8 weeks, and then we move forward with the last approvals for our EPA. We've completed our water reviews, and we have all our water, and we're working on our infrastructure at this point in time. So that project's getting very close to being to a point where it's project ready to move forward. You know, the nickel price took a little bit of a breather maybe 12 months ago, so yeah, we sort of took our foot off the accelerator, but the price in recent times has moved back, so we're starting to ramp things up again there. Our main change has really been in our gold business. Like when we spoke last, we'd only owned the assets for a short period of time. We brought a couple of mines, 150,000 ounces of production, 2 operating plants, both around 1.3 million tonnes. Since then, I guess we've generated good cash flow. We bought them for about $40 million cash. We've generated over $80 million out of those already within I guess 9 to 12 months, well 9 months at this point in time. And we're starting to move forward with additional development and adding some resources, etc. to those. Then we had the Central Murchison Gold Project, which is in the Murchison area, which is the sort of second best belt, I guess, for gold in Australia. We had around 5 million ounces of resource there. Completed a feasibility study which required us to build a 1.5 million ounce project, a 1.5 million tonne process plant, and that was costing in the order of sort of $85 million. Since then, just up the road from there, 80 kilometres, a process plant became available to us. So we've now brought a 1.5 to 2 million tonne processing plant, plus another 3.5 million ounces within the area at Meekatharra, which joins up with our Q assets And so in the area now we have a processing plant that's 2 million tonnes, we have 8.5 million ounces of resources, we have about nearly 2 million ounces of reserve, and we're at a point where we're just about ready to start production. So in the next 12 months we're just at this point in time scheduling it all together, and we anticipate to be in production around this time next year at our central Murchison. So therefore we'll have basically our tin operations running, generating good cash flow. We have the 2 operations in Kalgoorlie, which should be generating good cash flow. We have the gold assets in the Meekatharra Q area, which we call the Murchison, in production. And then we still have the massive undeveloped nickel deposit, which is about the 10th largest in the world, as we spoke last time. So, so there's plenty happening, and we see certainly our gold production at the moment around 150, potentially over the next 3 or 4 years moving up to over 500,000 ounces of production.
Wow, that's impressive, because it's a big development.
Yeah, and at this stage we still have around $80 million of cash in the bank, working capital. So you know, we're still looking to continue to grow that business as well.
So you are growing up to the top 3 in Australia?
Well, we're trying. We're moving that way. Yeah, for sure. So at this stage, there's still a lot of consolidation in Australia, and assets are very cheap, and resources you can't explore for resources at this price. So while the market's at the point it is, then we'll continue to grow it as much as possible.
So you went on a really successful way, and as I can see, the next 12 months is the next step you can reach, the next goals you can reach, so the success story will continue.
Yes,
yes?
Definitely.
Thank you for this update, and it would be nice we'll see next year.
Yes, for sure.
We can do another update for our audience, so they can follow the story.
Very much.
Okay.
Yes, look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.